AITA for telling my mom my grandma will no longer sleep in my room or I am moving out. 18F. Live with my mom. 35F. My mom struggles with money, and to prevent her from being homeless I live with her even though I have enough income to move out. I pay about $2,000 a month just for rent, food, while she helps out a bit with as much money as she can give in. My grandma, 60F, visits us whenever she can. She has extreme back problems, and due to this, when she visits I let her stay in my room and I sleep in the living room. A problem arose when I realized that when she came over my things would go missing, such as AirPods, clothes, jewelry, hair ties, shoes, etc. Anything that she could use she would take. I told her that I didn't like that she kept taking my things and never giving them back. She said she understood, but then I noticed that she just kept doing it. I decided to ignore it since, out of respect, I couldn't yell at her, so I just left it alone and replaced the things she took. A few weeks ago she came over to visit. As usual, I went to the living room to sleep and she slept in my room. One morning she came to me and told me that a necklace I had caught her eye and that she really liked it. The necklace she was talking about was a necklace my boyfriend, 19M, had gifted me 2 years ago when we were 16 and 17. It was made of gold and it costed him $3,570 to buy it. He had spent all summer working just to be able to afford it. Since it held so much value to me, I told her that I would like if she didn't take it since my boyfriend gave it to me. She scoffed, saying she wouldn't do such a thing and that she just thought it was nice. Well, a few days ago she left. I said goodbye to her and then I returned to my room. I had a date with my boyfriend the day after she left, and I always wear that necklace. While looking for it I started to panic because I couldn't find it, and then I remembered my grandma's comment. I called her and she told me that she took it since it was so nice and that she would take good care of it. I hung up instantly in an attempt not to lose my mind on the phone and instead went to my mom. I told her to tell Grandma to return the necklace and that when she came over she would no longer sleep in my room and would sleep on the couch. My mom yelled at me saying she couldn't believe what I was saying that I knew my grandma's back problems were bad and that I couldn't do that over a necklace. I told her that if the necklace wasn't back, she didn't respect my boundaries, I would move out. My mom broke down and I walked away. My boyfriend told me it wasn't that big of a deal and that he could buy me a better and more expensive necklace to replace that one. I told him the price didn't matter and that I wanted the one he gave me when I was 16. Since then my mom has given me the cold shoulder, but she told me my grandma mailed the necklace back and that it'll be here next week. I feel kinda bad because my mom and grandma are both upset at me. AITA? NTA. That is a horribly toxic situation. Honestly, once the necklace is back, then you should move out regardless. Nobody is entitled to steal your possessions or kick you out of your own room that you pay for. NTA. What the hell? She doesn't respect your privacy or belongings at all. I'm surprised your mom is siding with her. She's actively stealing your shit. I would have drawn the line at the AirPods, but a necklace with sentimental value? Fuck that. NTA. You should still move out. Your mom is an enabler and a mooch and your grandma is a thief. You shouldn't have to deal with that nonsense. You may need to call the police. Grandma is probably going to sell your necklace. NTA. Move out. Let her steal from someone else. Watch the next interaction be, "Oh, it must be lost in the mail." NTA. Perhaps your mom could live with your grandma and you could get a place of your own. NTA, but you and your mom need to go visit grandma for a weekend and take all your stuff back. Don't say anything. Just put it in your suitcase when you leave. NTA. Your grandmother is a klepto. Move out ASAP. Your grandmother either has a mental disorder when she's unable to stop stealing, or she needs the money she gets from selling your things. Either way, neither your grandmother or mother are showing you any respect. Let them live together and try to make it financially. Your mother can reap the consequences of not protected her own daughter. You should move out and stop enabling them both. NTA. You're so clearly NTA, it's absurd. Your grandma stole from you repeatedly, and your mom enabled it. Move out. You aren't responsible for your parents, especially when they show no respect for you or your belongings. NTA. Stealing from family members is still stealing. And you specifically told her how much this necklace means to you, so she can't claim she didn't know. Given the repeated pattern, I would simply move out and to pay some of you mom's expenses. If you do want to help her and can afford it, or tell grandma to stay at a hotel, or get a lock for your room to make sure no one gets in there without you being there. They have proven they cannot be trusted. You know how they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Don't let them bully, guilt-trip you into allowing them to take your stuff at will as if you don't matter. NTA. Oh. And you're never going to see that necklace again. It's going to be conveniently lost in the mail. Move out. Your mother needs to figure out how to support herself. She's an adult and needs to do that. You will find your life much less expensive living by yourself. You need to file a police report if you don't get that necklace back. And move out regardless. If your mom is okay with having her mother steal your belongings, she can figure out her own money problems. NTA. NTA. You're paying the rent, not mom. You get 100% the say in who goes into your room, not your mother. Mom can have a huff about it, but if her mother keeps being a kleptomaniac, then she can stay in her room instead. Why should you keep feeling the loss of this arrangement when you are paying the bulk of the bills and food anyway? Be sure to warn grandma that if she pulls any more of this shit when visiting, she will be barred from the home. And be sure to tell mom that if she lets grandma back in, then you will stop supporting her and report it to the police. NTA. She's lucky you're not pressing charges for all the things she's taken from you. TF? You have all the power in this situation. And I'd recommend that you do move out and bring all your things with you. I'm sorry about your mom's situation, but it sounds like they're getting way too comfortable with you being the primary provider. Despite only being 18, you deserve independence and your own life, and not to be burgled as a reward for your many kindnesses. Sorry. This has me fuming. NTA. If this story is true, I do find it hard to believe a 16-year-old can afford a $4,000 necklace or an 18-year-old can afford $2,000 per month in food, groceries on their own at this point in their lives unless they come from very, very wealthy families. NTA. You're caring for wanting to take care of your family. You need to set boundaries. That might include moving to be on your own. It's for your own good, and you'll thank yourself in the long run. Edit also. AirPods? Bye. Grandma. Absolutely NTA. Your grandma sounds like a klepto. I absolutely would have done the same thing as you. Except I might have blown up on GMA. Just cause she's old doesn't mean she gets respect. She's a thief and a liar, and that's not cool. Your mom and GMA are asshats though. And frankly, I'd move anyways. If you two can afford, look into a place with the BF. Mom's shown your boundaries don't actually matter. S&D, you're just a paycheck to her. NTA. Grandma stole from you and isn't even remorseful about it even after being told to stop. So your request to have her not sleep in your room to prevent future theft is normal and logical. Your mother is also off for not protecting you, her child, which is her duty even if it's from her own mother. The ultimatum given is valid but tad strong. Try get a pull-out bed for grandma in living room, or have mother give up her own bed instead and share with you, or remove all valuables from the room when grandma sleep over again. It's sad you have to do such drastic actions with your own family, but that's life. NTA. Your grandmother is just a thief and even admitted to taking it and other things. You could have her charged if you really wanted to, but instead you simply said return it. The whole situation is bad for you, and you said you had enough to move out, so maybe you should really think about doing that. You were kind enough to let her have your room, and she was entitled and took advantage of that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.